have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Liftoff of Mission 41B, both flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Tiger fans, thanks for joining us for this lacrosse matchup. We're pulling double duty in terms of PA announcements, so a little bit silent on the broadcast to start, but we will get underway here shortly, still about a minute and a half outside the start of game time. So we'll join you here in just a little bit for this lacrosse matchup between the Erie Tigers and the Green Mountain Rams. All righty, Tiger fans and our friends to the south, Green Mountain. So glad you could join us for this lacrosse matchup. And let's pan down just a little bit. Les Stadium. There you go. We're zoomed in good. There you go. All right, there. Yep, well, there we go. All righty. We are just about ready to rock and roll. Pulling double duty tonight, PA and on the mic here as we broadcast live from the Erie Tiger Network at Tiger Stadium. Tigers win the opening draw, and on the attack here, that's Owen Karras with it. Owen will step out. Owen scans the field here over the near side numbers as Owen will drop it back to Cooper Riley. Now Ryan Burns with it. Little stutter step for Burns. Swims over the top, tried to whip it side-armed and got it knocked from behind. A good job defensively by Tucker Watts. And he forces the turnover on the ground ball, and the Rams will pick it up. This team for Green Mountain, an up-and-down season, but a team that is very athletic, very big and gritty. And Coach Mandia thought this would be a good test for his team, that this is not a normal 15 seed, and he expected, hey, our Tigers have to rise to the challenge tonight because this Green Mountain team is probably more like a top 10 team in the state than where they're seated right now, which is 15. Rams on the attack, little spin at the doorstep. The bouncer is snuffed out by Colin Selters, and the Tigers will get the ball and race it down the field. Den Hartog had it quickly across midfield. Now Charlie O'Brien will carry it in his right hand. O'Brien tacks back to his left, looking for space, whips it just wide, and that will be out of bounds and will stay with Erie. Might get a little bit of weather tonight. We'll see what happens. Mundy will bring it out of the corner for the Tigers. They'll reset here with Owen Karras, 30 yards away from net, and now he'll drop it to the near sideline. That's Cooper Riley with it. Sticks to his left. Now we'll back up. Changes hands with the stick. Gets into the middle. Bounced it off the post. He rang it off the iron and picked up by Burns. Burns has it, and he'll cycle out. And that one rang hard off the post, and Burns turning all the way around for a little bit of direction there. Now Burns peeking in. Drops it back for Riley, who plays it to the outside. Liam Connors will race in. Connors at the doorstep, and he whips it home. And Liam Connors will break the scoreless draw at 0 with the first goal of the game tonight as we take another look at the goal there by Liam. And he just raced in there and zipped it home.
Erie goal scored by number 22, Liam Connors.
As we mentioned, pulling double duty tonight. Tigers with the goal and quickly trying to attack back in. Mundy has it. Mundy will reset the offense here. Tigers lead it 1-0 after the opening goal by Liam Connors. Liam has it near midfield. He'll zip it across from hash to hash here for Owen Karras. Karras gets it right back. Trying to extend that Green Mountain defense here. Burns has it, far side. Steps into his left, throws it over the top, and sends it home. And a beautiful goal that time for the Tigers. Just ripped home from that far side. And quickly a 2-0 lead as we take another look at that one as that one was sent careening home from the outside. So 2-0 lead here for Erie. As this one is picked up off the face-off. Racing in, shot just whistles wide. Ashton Karch, the face-off man that time for the Tigers. And now Charlie O'Brien with it behind the net. And Charlie will step to his right, comes back, the jump shot, turn around, and that one goes wide. It's just me and Daniel Cisneros tonight on the ETN. He's our camera operator. And so we're a little bit busy up here. Should be a fun one, though. Riley with it. Bounces off far side. Now Burns will dance. Burns got hit as he shot it. That one actually, I think, hit the crossbar. And the ground ball is chopped and rolled out, last touch by an Erie Tiger. So Green Mountain still looking really for their first sustained offensive possession of the night, as we have not seen them on the attacking end. Now they'll try for a ball clearance here. They're able to get it across midfield. That's DeGrazia with it. In the middle, that's a misfired pass. Chopped ahead, but picked up by Kobe Stratman. Stratman with it. Now for the Rams. On the attack here. Little shove out. And backing up is Stratman with it. Now near side, that's DeGrazia with it. DeGrazia will step to his right, tacks back to his left, now drops it in behind the net. From the X go the Rams. The Rams donning the black and gold, but called the Rams. Always an identity crisis with Green Mountain. And they're Green Mountain. What the heck? Why aren't your colors green? Now Stratman with it. Far side. DeGrazia with it. Tigers defense has been pretty stout so far in this possession. Just a lot of outside passes so far for the Rams. Trying to attack from that far side, getting it chopped away, and a turnover there for the Tigers and a very strong defensive set. And they'll replay it back for Selters, who will play it out the back, and up the field goes Carson Evans with Selters. Selters to Burns. Tigers really taking their time here, and now they'll get it across midfield. Owen Karras with it. Will hold the stick in his right hand as he peels off toward the near sideline and lays it back now for Janata. Back to Burns. And Burns really going to take his time here. Wants the right offensive personnel in. Ryan Burns. Third leading scorer on this team, has been rock solid all season long. Karras to his right. Racing inside the numbers. Little pass toward the center now. That's Riley. Nice find. O'Brien rips it to the top of the nylon, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead. It was a great pass in. There was O'Brien at the doorstep, and man, he hammered that up top shelf where Mama keeps the peanut butter, and the Tigers lead it 3-0. So what a start in this playoff matchup for the Tigers, as they have come out focused and hungry. Karch will win the faceoff here. Tigers have dominated from the faceoff dot so far tonight. O'Brien with it at the X. Player cycling off for the Tigers. O'Brien just trying to shield the ball away from the defense here and buy some time for the personnel shift here for Erie. Near side for Burns on the numbers. What a great start in this first quarter for Erie. Burns tacks toward the middle, tried to dump it low. I think he was either trying to find O'Brien or Karras, but it went wayward and now picked up by Green Mountain. And they're looking for really their first or second shot rather on net. They did have an early possession and a nice save by Selters. But goals by O'Brien, Connors, and Burns to lead tonight off. Now swept back behind the net. Tigers force another turnover. Selters in some trouble trying to get out. Good support there by the Tigers. Drop ball in the midfield there by Riley, but he'll quickly scoop it up off the turf. Now the Tigers trying to attack with some pace, and Janata instead will slow it up and let the Tiger offense reset with personnel. 3:21 left to go here in the first quarter of the second round playoff game. The Tigers with the bye coming into tonight. Green Mountain had to win to get here. As the Tigers trying to get back to where they were last year and then some. This Tiger team had just not quite been able to notch that championship, even though they've had that championship caliber roster, I think, each year. As there is a great pass, and just waiting backdoor was Owen Karras, and he just dumped it home. And so the Tigers are clicking on all cylinders right now. And I think we are a little bit off here on our replay. Yep. All right, well, we'll try and find that for you. We did have some reinforcements arrive with Arabella, so we'll get her up to speed here during a timeout. And there is a timeout. And let's take a look at this replay one more time. I think we have it queued up. And just look at this nice little pass. No one there. And an easy goal home for Owen Karras. And a 4-0 lead now for the Erie Tigers, which forces a timeout here by the Rams. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. You saw Owen Karras with the goal there. We are trying to do PA and play-by-play here, so I'm sorry if there's a little bit of dead air at times, but we'll get it right. And we'll find that last goal there by Owen Karras for a replay here in just a little bit. Man, the Tigers just clicking on all cylinders. Quite a sight to behold. Now attacking. Shot, that one whistles high and out of bounds, and that will stay with Charlie O'Brien. O'Brien with the reset here from the X. O'Brien, the jump shot right into the webbing, and a nice save by the goalie, Broden Tabor. So now Green Mountain on the attack. Rams will race it through the center of the field. Outlet pass, wide shot coming from the stick of Jacob Draper. And right now, Green Mountain is still goalless with 55 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. Little spin move right to the doorstep and finally jamming it home were the Rams. And let's see if we can figure out who that was that scored that goal. 23. Green Mountain goal scored by senior number 23, Zach Friedman. There was a penalty against Erie. And that will be on Aiden Hill. So Aiden Hill sit in the box. The Tigers will win the face-off here. And let's see if they just try and melt some clock here. Only 25 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Zipped in. Burns, the nice catch. Oh, had Mundy peeking off the backside. Didn't quite see him. And with the man down, want to take some time here. Now Liam Connors with it. Liam up the far sideline. Gets knocked down from behind. Ball on the ground, and he'll fall on top of it, and that will do it. And at the end of one quarter of play, the Tigers lead Green Mountain 5-1. So a 5-1 game here at the end of the quarter. And before we take a timeout, this game is brought to you by A New View Painting. Experience A New View Painting's difference. Our highly trained painting professionals work to create the environment you have envisioned. We adapt to unique situations and put your needs first. Over the past 30 years, we've gotten painting down to a science. We share the scope, cost, schedule, and painting details with you up front, and we stick to them. The only surprise you'll experience is how amazing your home looks when we sweep our way out of the door. Our customers love us. Check us out online at anewviewpainting.com. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tiger fans, don't forget to like this channel and subscribe to the Erie Tiger Network. You can also check us out on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok here on the Erie Tiger Network. We're ready to start quarter number 2. Tigers with the 5-1 lead, and they have been in control since the opening faceoff. And my goodness, they have just clicked on all cylinders tonight. We kind of expected maybe a knockdown, drag-out battle tonight. This Green Mountain team, they were a team that absolutely thumped Dawson, a team that came in here to Tiger Stadium and had the lead in the third quarter against Erie. So we'll see if they can bow their necks here a little bit in quarter number 2 and put up a little bit tougher of a fight here for this Tiger squad. Not the first time we have called a Green Mountain team on this field. Might remember a playoff game with Noah Roper, the running back. That's when he broke his leg in the state, what was that, quarterfinal just a couple years ago. And that, not bringing back the greatest memories, I'll say that. Tigers trying to wheel some players in. And a timeout, no, a violation is called. And Green Mountain will get the ball here. Rams will bring it up the field. They'll attack it from the outside. Now in toward the X. Running through the X behind the net. Rams have it. You can see the Rams, they've got some good size. We'll see if they can get something going, but man, this Tiger defense has been tenacious so far. And really, they've just dominated from the faceoff dot. They have not let Green Mountain have many possessions tonight. Good recipe for success. Blake Westland had it. He'll play catch. Westland has it on the near side, trying to get around the Tiger defender. That was Cooper Anderson defending. Now attacking from the far side is Cole Stratman. Stratman fires. It was a bouncer. I think it got deflected. It's Selters first to it. Smartly let it roll out of bounds, and now Colin will reset. The senior will play it up the field here. Tigers have been good on clearance tonight, and they clear out this time. Racing in the offensive zone is Englehart. Across the field for Connors. Connors, I think, thought about maybe scooping it. Instead, will reset and says, all right, we're in control here. Let's reset the offense, run our stuff, and execute. Now Riley with it from the far side. Into the middle now. Owen Karras with it. Karras races down the far hash. He's bumped off the ball. Connors with it in the middle. That shot just goes wide. Picked up by Mundy. He gets it to O'Brien. Charlie, the nice fake, tried to bounce it. That was deflected. Good defensive block there from one of the D-men, and the ball is eventually chased out of bounds by Green Mountain, so it'll stay here with Erie. 8:56 left to go here in quarter number 2. Tigers off the restart here. Burns with it now at the hash, and he'll bounce his way outside of the numbers. Tigers will reset the machine here. Little step to his left is Riley. Back to Burns. Burns looking, passes across for Connors. Connors whiffles one down low and bangs it home. Great goal there by Liam Connors. And the Tigers continue to pour it on. Erie goals scored by number 22, Liam Connors. So Liam Connors just continuing the offensive onslaught tonight for Erie. And even though the face-off is going on, we'll take a quick little peek at that goal again. There's Liam. Man. Strong hands, deadly accuracy. Every time we see Liam, he is such a threat to score. Now near side on the attack. DeGrazia with it. Spins. Walled off there defensively by Anderson. Cooper's done a good job. High pass. Good snag there by Stratman with the outstretched left hand holding the stick. And now he'll run it up between the hashes. Den Hartog. Or no, I beg your pardon. That is Braylon Englehart. I should know my own stinking student when I see him out there. Freshman showing some nice defense, and then a turnover for Green Mountain. Tigers will race it up here. Anderson will bring it in for Erie. Anderson drops it to Mundy. Charlie O'Brien into the corner. Charlie will wait and shoot with a 5-goal lead. You can just let some clock melt, that's for sure. Now Charlie will race in. The jitterbug, jump shot just off the side of the net. Man, Charlie, he can pull that shot off like few we've seen here. Tigers trying to deny the clearance here. Pass ahead, bounced up, intercepted there by the Tigers, and they'll take it the other way. Riley with it. Into the offensive zone. Mundy lost the ball, turned his head, thought he had it. Good job in support was Zach Wallace, but he lost it out of bounds. So Erie back on the attack here. Karras with it. He has scored a couple tonight. Owen Karras from 35-plus yards from net will start his run. Brings it to the right side, looking maybe for that back door pass to Connors. Instead, tried to force one to O'Brien. It was tipped, but it was tipped off a Green Mountain stick. So it'll stay here with Erie, and a penalty coming against Green Mountain, and I believe this is their first penalty of the night. So a slash called, a 1-minute penalty against Tucker Watts. Now in behind the net, Charlie O'Brien with it. Tigers with the man advantage here. They've already been potent. Now they're a man up. Mundy thought about wheeling a long shot. Now rifled out wide. Tigers will bring it in to O'Brien behind the net. Karras here. Playing catch on the far side. Now near side for Burns. O'Brien getting to the front of the net. Dumps it home. Charlie O'Brien again. What a goal. Erie goal. Scored by Charlie O'Brien. And we'll take another peek at this. And man, Charlie, just look where his head is as he's coming across. It's looking out. That kind of draws everyone's attention like it's a pass. Nope, I knew I was going to shoot the whole time, and he buried it home. Gotta love that from Charlie O'Brien. Off the faceoff, Green Mountain wins the loose ball. They'll race it down into the Tiger end. 6-goal lead here for the Tigers, first half of play in this playoff matchup. And now Green Mountain, they'll get their personnel out on the field. Selters off onto the far side. Good job defensively. That's Sean Davidson with it temporarily. Now Aiden Hill with it. Hill spins the long stick. Spins again. Looks like Sammy Gerard for the Avalanche. The whirling dervish. The tornado, if you will. We've seen enough tornadoes here in Colorado the last couple of days. Come on, Aiden. Be respectful. Tigers on the attack now. On the near side, Burns, or excuse me, that was Karras, tried to slip a pass. It was deflected, so it'll stay here with Erie. Now Mundy will attack. O'Brien camping out in front of the net. Now he'll go to the X. Connors got it, and he rang it off the post, and then I think that hit the back of the goalie's head. Tabor, the wake-up call off the post. Now Green Mountain will bring it out. And that'll be Erie ball. Now up the field goes Erie. Or excuse me, goes Green Mountain. Goodness. Starting to lose my head here. And a timeout is called. We'll take a timeout as well. Tigers lead it here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never
gonna let you go. Never gonna let you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today. And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network right as we get the resume to play whistle. Green Mountain trying to close the gap here a little bit. 6-goal deficit, and there's a nice stop at the doorstep by Selters off a quick little shot. Tigers turn over the ball there on the restart. Trying to, or rather the clearance attempt. Jacob Draper restarted things for Green Mountain. And now the Rams on the attack again. Little fake one way, back the other goes Stratman. The winner of this game will play on Tuesday in the third round of the playoffs as Stratman trying to find any gap he can to get in. And I believe it is the winner. In fact, I'll double check here real quick. Between Telluride and Lutheran. Lutheran the 7 seed and the host against Telluride. Little duck under. Back out. Goes DeGrazia. Now the dump behind the net. And Selters, not closest to it, close to the inline, but not closest to where that ball eventually came out. Nice pass in the middle, mishandled, and a nice read and scoop there by Selters. Man, his hands are so fast. Into the attacking zone goes Erie. Now Erie will reset their offense. A chance to go up 7 goals before the half here if they can execute this offensive possession. Little step to the left. Riley out of the middle. Liam Connors, and Connors gets absolutely hammered and a penalty coming. Man, he took a shot to the head. He took one to the back and just got sandwiched and drew a penalty. And Cole Stratman will come off here for Green Mountain, and Tigers ready to reset here. 30 seconds left. O'Brien to Mundy. Connors, nice behind the back flip. Connors dummies a pass, now dumps it off to Mundy. O'Brien with it. O'Brien, the turnaround shot is buried home, and the Tigers extend the lead. Erie goal scored by Charlie O'Brien. And so Charlie O'Brien gives the Tigers a 7-goal lead off that patented little jump shot. And we'll show you that right before we go into halftime. 5 seconds left here. Let's see if the Tigers can get a shot off, and no, they won't. Karch couldn't get that pass cleanly out on the wing to Connors. And before we go to break, let's take a look at that goal one more time. There was O'Brien, the jump. Man, and that's such a quick snapping shot. And that will give the Tigers a 7-goal lead. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
You are watching the ETN.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Took a little bit of break here for the halftime broadcast, so no halftime show tonight. Been a long day. It's been a long week for sure. Yearbook distribution today, by the way, we still have about 35 yearbooks left or so you could still purchase one online. Just head to the EHS website and find the yearbook link, and you could still purchase a yearbook. But they are going fast, friends. Ordered extra this year after 50 of you were crazy enough last year to pay $140 for a reprint. All right, here we go. Start of half number 2. Liam Connors with it into the offensive end. He'll fire it across the field for Karras, and now Cooper Riley with it. Cooper bounced it to Mundy. Now Riley trying to dig it out. Ball on the ground again and then scooped up. That time defensively by Liccardi. Intercepted by Burns. Playing free safety back there for the Tigers. Connors tried to rip a pass across the field to Mundy, and it was deflected, but Mundy able to pick up the loose ball that fell onto the carpet. Cooper Riley with it. Tigers lead it by 7. Burns spins, looking. Burns dummies a pass, now whiffles it and high overshoots the head of Charlie O'Brien, and turnover there. Man, despite not having root sports and seeing the Rockies play very much the last few years, I still almost call Charlie O'Brien Charlie Blackman every time. Doesn't have a big beard and a much different stick, so not sure what that's all about. In the middle. Shot his stick down that time nicely by Colin Selters, and he'll try and get it up the field quickly. Giannata with it. Off onto the far side. Now far side, and what is going on? Oh, a stick was on the field. Was it a broken stick? And the ref saw it. I think Selters was trying to wave and say, you know, I have no idea what the heck is going on. Now the officials talking it over. And Erie gonna lose possession. Unusual, for sure. And a steal there by Liam Connors. What a little steal he had. Back the other way, O'Brien to Mundy. And Mundy will instead wheel out and got it chopped away from behind. Mundy almost playing it too safe there. And now in chase mode. And I thought that the Green Mountain player was at least close to stepping out, and Erie does force the turnover. Now here comes the Tigers again. Rather, here come the Tigers again, and Liam Connors with it. Teams do not like Liam to hold on to the ball, so I feel like usually when Liam has it, it's because he is in a goal-scoring position, because teams do not want him to hold on to the ball because he can score from anywhere on the field. Now O'Brien with it. O'Brien steps to his right now, comes back to the left, just camping out in the X, looking for a cutter. Had Connors for a moment, dummy to pass to him, and now we'll let the Tigers reset. They're not chasing O'Brien behind the net, and O'Brien whiffles one up towards Connors, and Connors will reset. Riley going across the field with it. Karras fires, and that was a nice save that time. No goals so far here in half number 2. Ooh, pass in the defensive end that was maybe a little too soft. Green Mountain lucky to still have possession. Ball got chopped away, and Green Mountain loses it, and it is Erie ball. Now near side. Tigers playing catch here. Parker Pruitt, the freshman, getting some time out here on offense for Erie. Riley with it. Pruitt, an exciting young athlete. Pruitt got it knocked away and couldn't quite maintain possession. Turnover, Green Mountain ball. They're trying to get it up the field. Big space in the middle. Bourne with it. Bourne near side, and that pass goes wide. Turnover for Green Mountain, and Green Mountain just 1 goal tonight, and they just have not found any rhythm on offense. Janata leaking in. Let's see if Selter sees him, and finally Green Mountain will actually pick him up. And a offside call on Erie. A little bit disorganized that time trying to clear it for the Tigers. And Green Mountain will play the ball up, and just a sloppy pass for the Rams, and Erie will gladly retake possession. In fact, both teams have, it just feels a little, disjointed here in half number 2. Don't you think there, Daniel? Just both teams, kind of some passes that we've seen from both teams that just not much focus behind them. O'Brien behind the net, spins, stops, parked at the X. O'Brien looking for a cutter, has one, dumps, oh, just high. It was a nice cut by Cooper Riley, and O'Brien just put it a little high, but no one there for Green Mountain, and so picked up there by Karras. Karras races into his right. Karras out to Riley. Riley steps to his left, using his right arm to shield his body. Green Mountain wanted a call there on that little arm. Now Mundy. Tigers will cycle it around. Burns. Someone looking for the first goal. Burns lost his footing, lost the ball, and here come the Rams up the field. Racing across midfield is Babel. Actually, I beg your pardon, that's Tucker Watts, and a timeout called by Green Mountain. We are almost 8 minutes into this quarter. No scorer here in this quarter. It's 8-1 Tiger lead here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You are watching the ETN.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Timeout, Green Mountain, and they have the ball with 4:09 left here in the third quarter. Looking for something. Both teams searching. And really, it's just been a turnover fest. We have not had too many shots on net even in this quarter. And now near side. Green Mountain with it. Green Mountain has not been able to break down this Tiger defense very often tonight. Shot coming from the near side and a dandy of a save by Colin Selters. Tell you what, if you give Colin Selters a clean line of sight and you don't shoot it from between the hashes, he is going to save that more often than not. Up the field. Nice catch there, and timeout called by Erie. Another timeout. Take another commercial break. Welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network, as the Tigers will have the ball in the offensive zone. We were just talking about Colin Selters. I believe he's committed to Limestone University in South Carolina. And a whistle and another procedural call there on Erie. Now Green Mountain with the restart. They'll race it up the field. Erie has not scored this quarter, neither has Green Mountain. And there's another turnover. Caught there. O'Brien has it. Just O'Brien and Connors right now within the offensive zone. And now Tiger reinforcements, the convoy of them, will arrive in support. Karras. Cooper Riley. Coach Mandia calling out plays. By the way, Tiger fans, this is really your only chance to watch this. We always take down these games. Lacrosse, they don't share film, and we don't want Erie to have ton of film out there comparatively and put them at a disadvantage, especially come playoff time. Riley with it, so it's taken down pretty much immediately at the conclusion of the game. Burns with it. Nice pass. Burns, and he finds Connors, and there is the first goal of the half for the Tigers. Erie goal scored by number 22, Liam Connors. And you saw Liam. It was a great pass in that set that up. And the Tigers making them pay with that goal. It is now 9-1. Ground ball. Shoved off is Ashton Karch. And now Selters will reset. And the Tigers, they have really dominated tonight from the face-off dot. Makes life a little easier. And too long to get over midfield for the Tigers, so unable to clear. And now Green Mountain will start. A midfield clock, kind of like a half-court violation. I would still love to see a shot clock, both in high school basketball and lacrosse. Now a little step out wide. Shot bounces wide. They have tried to solve the riddle that is Colin Selters, and he has been tremendous tonight. And I think now starting to force them to be a little more precise. Rams on the attack, far side. They'll stop, reset. Near side pass, nice feed down low, and denied at the doorstep again is Green Mountain. And in the crease are the Rams, so Tigers will get the ball here. Now up, no one there in the middle. Racing in is Den Hartog. Thought he might take it himself. Now Burns, and Hudson will quickly sprint off so the Tigers can reset their personnel here. Still a man short on that side. And at the end of the period, the Tigers lead it 9-1. One goal scored in that half. We're going to take a timeout. Tigers, they lead it 9-1 here on the Erie Tiger. I'm not.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Start of quarter number 4. It's a 9-1 lead for the Tigers. And a face-off. Oh no. A face-off win for the Tigers. I was going to say, and a face-off win for Green Mountain. Karch with it. Tigers continue to dominate from the center of the field in that face-off area. O'Brien racing toward the middle. Turns on a dime. Turns again. The jitterbug with a big shot, and that one will be a possession there for Green Mountain, closest to it. The goalie. And Charlie is so fun to watch. Just so quick and has lightning quick hands as well. Rams will bring it up here. They'll dump it off to the near side. And if you are Green Mountain, it's one thing to try and, run your offense and score, but you only have now less than 11 minutes in your season and you're down 8 goals. I think you just have to attack and try and get a shot off. And you don't really have much time. I mean, if you score a goal a minute here, you can get back in it, which means you have to start peppering the net and just being aggressive and trying to force your way into the teeth of the defense. Of course, there's sticks hacking at your stick, but, man, just not enough time on the board. Shot bounced in, and I think Selters just caught a piece of that. Man, that had a lot of English on it. Green Mountain will bring it in. Little fake. Spin. Rams trying to attack again. Did get a shot off. Got to go quickly here if you are a Ram. Tigers will happily watch you try and run your offensive sets here with this much, or rather little time left on the clock. Nice little move there. Oh, and a nice defensive play, chopping that ball out last second. Selters picks it up. And, man, if there's Colin just using that time, Tigers will need to get it across here in a few seconds. Selters looking, and he's going to have to whip one across here. Gets it across. Nice pass there in the middle. Riley lost the ball there for a moment. Now near side. Connors, the nice scoop there, and he's going to run it out toward the center and run down some time. Under 9 minutes to go. Tigers lead it by 8. On the brink of punching their ticket to the next round of the playoffs versus the winner of Telluride and Lutheran. Lutheran, the 7 seed. Telluride, they beat Eagle Valley 15-8 to get into this quarter, or rather second round. And there's a shot and another goal for the Tigers. Erie goal scored by number 6, Owen Karras. So Owen Karras makes it a 9-goal game. And I'll tell you what, Tiger fans, I looked down just for a moment to see who Lutheran beat, and I missed that goal. So I'll have to replay that here in a moment. Tigers win another face-off, a 9-goal advantage with 8 to play. Karras with it again. Nice little spin out. Finds Mundy. Mundy to Charlie. Charlie rifles one home again. Another splash of the nylon. And another goal. A goal for number 12, Charlie O'Brien. So Charlie makes it a 10-goal game. And really, it was a great pass there from Mundy. And Charlie taking full advantage of that. Tigers quickly win the faceoff here as we get back to life eventually. There we go. Chance for the Tigers to go up 11. There's Charlie, a little stutter step. Now races towards the X. Tell you what, that last couple goals, I think, might have just helped reality set in for Green Mountain that this season is coming to a conclusion for them. Spin there. Chopped at the hands of Burns, now out of the middle. Backing his way out is Karras. Now into the X. Nice pass. Connors. Oh, tried to go far post. Trying to pick up the ball. Tried to shovel it in backward and then got spilled into the crease. Now here comes Green Mountain. Pass high and a nice read by Selters. Scooped it. Out of the middle. Nice steal there from behind. Is that Karch? Ashton Karch with it. Karch racing up. Nice pass low and just off the stick of O'Brien. He got it swatted at and now gets it to Connors. And Liam Connors is going to slow this one down. Liam Connors. Charlie O'Brien. Friends, both engineering students. Committed to different colleges, though. Charlie will head to Vermont. Liam Connors will head to DU. Connors rips it high, buries it home under the crossbar, and the Tigers continue their onslaught. Erie goal scored by number 22, Liam Connors. And so, what a thing of beauty this game has been, and the Tigers are actually, even though it's the middle of the playoffs, they are a goal away from activating the running clock. Man, what a tremendous, tremendous offensive and just a total team performance by the Tigers. Pretty clean in terms of penalties. They were just rock solid tonight. They win the face-off, a chance to put the running clock on. Mundy to Chuck. Chuck with it. Near side for Burns. Burns, little stuttery. Tigers reset here. O'Brien again from the X. Spins. Turns back again. Zips back and forth. Long shot and buries it home. And the Tigers will activate the running clock on the restart. That was Cooper Riley with the goal. And the Tigers Continue to report on. Erie goals scored by sophomore number 8, Cooper Riley. So 13-1. I just did not expect to see this. But you love to see it as a Tiger fan. And that just shows you, I think, this playoff's a little bit different. They are focused from the jump, and they're ready to be, I think, a little gritty here. They lost that tough one to Cheyenne Mountain, and maybe that was a challenge to them about toughness. Can you show the toughness required to win a championship in the playoffs? And tonight, the answer is certainly. Obviously, the road will get tougher and tougher the deeper in the tournament you get, but for tonight, the Tigers showing some of the mettle it takes to find yourself on the top of the podium. Under 4 minutes to go here in the period. We will have potentially a home lacrosse game broadcast next week on Tuesday night against the winner between Lutheran and Telluride. We'll also have orchestra next week. And there's a goal. Nice goal, Ryan Burns. Erie goal scored by number 3, Ryan Burns. And it is now a 14-1 game. Wow. Impressive. By the way, you look at this Green Mountain team beat Holy Family, played on a lot of high-scoring games. Streaking in, pass in the front, intercepted. Their lowest scoring output this season was a 3-goal output way early in the season against Lutheran. And so the Tigers' defense holding them to their lowest total tonight. O'Brien with it. Into the middle now. Cooper Riley rifles one home. Cooper Riley again. Erie goal scored by number 8, Cooper Riley. Man, what happened tonight? Just an explosion of dominance. Gosh, you hope you could bank some of these goals for Tuesday. Oh, and a big hit. Oh, multiple big hits. And Janata going at it here. We're seeing flags fly. Minute 12, we're going to get the administration of a penalty. And then that should probably do it for this game. 15, where have I been? 15-1. I'll tell you what, it's been a heck of an evening. Even the weather held up and turned out to be nicer than expected. So as we wind down, a special thanks to Arabella Gold. She came up. She ran the music in the background tonight. Daniel Cisneros, our camera operator. For everyone across the Erie Tiger Network, I'm Brandon Bird. So glad you could join us. 10 seconds left, and that will do it for us. The Tigers will move on into the quarterfinals as they take on the winner of Lutheran and Telluride. That's going to do it for us here tonight. The Tigers survive and advance, and we will see you Tuesday night. Until next time.